From the diary of Anne Frank. Before you read, Anneliese Marty Anne Frank, 1st June 1929, February March 1945, was a German born Jewish girl who wrote while in hiding with her family and four friends in Amsterdam during the German occupation of the Netherlands in World War II. Her family had moved to Amsterdam after the Nazis gained power in Germany but were trapped when the Nazi occupation extended into the Netherlands. As persecutions against the Jewish population increased, the family went into hiding in July 1942 in hidden rooms in her father's Otto Frank's office building. After 2 years in hiding, the group was betrayed and transported to the concentration camp system where Anne died of typhus in Bergen Belsen within days of her sister, Margaret Frank. Her father, Otto, the only survivor of the group, returned to Amsterdam after the war ended to find that her diary had been saved. Convinced that it was a unique record, he took action to have it published in English under the name The Diary of a Young Girl. The diary was given to Anne Frank by her for her 13th birthday and chronicles the events of her life from 12th June 1942 until its final entry of 1st August 1944. It was eventually translated from its original Dutch into many languages and became one of the world's most widely read books. There have also been several films, television, and theatrical productions, and even an opera based on the diary. Described as the work of a mature and insightful mind, the diary provides an intimate examination of daily life under Nazi occupation. Anne Frank has become one of the most renowned and discussed of the Holocaust victims. Do you keep a diary? Given below under A are some terms we use to describe a written record of personal experience. Can you match them with their descriptions under B? You may look up in terms of dictionary if you wish. Journal, diary, log, memoir. A book with a separate space or page for each day in which you write down your thoughts and feelings or what has happened on that day. A full record of a journey, a period of time, or an event written every day. Record of a person's own life and experiences, usually a famous person. A written record of events with times and dates, usually official. Here are some entries from personal records. Use the definitions above to decide which of the entries might be from a diary, a journal, a log, or a memoir. I woke very late today and promptly got a scolding from mom. I can't help it. How can I miss the FIFA World Cup matches? Answer. 10:30 a.m. went to office of the director. 11 p.m. had lunch with chairman. 5:45 p.m. received Rahul at the airport. 9:30 p.m. dinner at home. Answer. The ride to Uti was uneventful. We rested for a while every 50 kilometers or so and used the time to capture the magnificent landscape with my handycam. From Uti we went on to Bangalore. What a contrast! The noise and pollution of this once beautiful city really broke my heart. Answer. This is how Raj Kapoor found me, all wet and dragged outside RK Studios. He was then looking for just someone like this for a small role in Mera Naam Joker, and he cast me on the spot. The rest, as they say, is history. Answer. Writing in a diary is really strange experience for someone like me. Not only because I have never written anything before, but also because it seems to me that later on neither I nor anyone else will be interested in the musings of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I feel like writing, and I have an ever greater need to get all kind of things off my chest. Paper has more patience than people. I thought of this saying on one of those days when I was feeling a little depressed and was sitting at home with my chin in my hands, bored and listless, wondering whether to stay in or go out. I finally stayed where I was brooding. Yes, paper does have more patience, and since I am not planning to let anyone else read this stiff backed notebook, grandly referred to as a diary, unless I should ever find a real friend, it probably won't make a bit of difference. Now I am back to the point that prompted me to keep a diary in the first place. I don't have a friend. Let me put it more clearly, since no one will believe that a 13-year-old girl is completely alone in the world. And I am not. I have loving parents and 16-year-old sister. And there are about 30 people I can call friends. I have a family, loving aunts, and a good home. No, on the surface, I seem to have everything except my one true friend. All I think about when I'm with friends is having a good time. I can't bring myself to talk about anything but ordinary, everyday things. We don't seem to be able to get any closer, and that's the problem. Maybe it's my fault that we won't confide in each other. In any case, that's just how things are. And unfortunately, they are not liable to change. This is why I have started the diary. Confine means to tell personal things privately, person that one trusts.